Hey guys, it's Emma Vigling with TYT Politics. I hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. I want to start off with a small announcement, or it's not that small, I guess, but nothing's going to change for you guys, but it's changed for me. I'm going to be with TYT for the long haul. There was a bunch of stuff up in the air after what was happening with hiring the new reporting team, but things have been shored up on that end, and I'm going to... Ooh, I just hit my plate of apple slices. So I'm gonna be with you guys for the long haul. Nothing's gonna change. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but just so you know, I will be around. So that's really exciting for me. It's a dream come true. I said that it would be a dream come true if I even allowed myself to dream it before I started here. It's the outlet that I was obsessed with since I was 14. Watching Jenks coverage of Obama versus Clinton and obsessing over Obama back then and just thinking Clinton was the worst. Not much has changed for me, I guess, except for the stuff on the Obama front, a little bit disillusioned. So I just wanted to tell you guys, so I'll be here for the long haul, and I'm really excited for what's to come with this new TYT reporting team. Very exciting stuff. So, on to the main event. If you've been following my work, you know that I'm a little bit worried about the backlash that's going to happen in the general public due to all this media and Democrat Trump bashing. Should he be bashed? Absolutely. I am worried that the substance of the bashing is not helpful, and it's going to allow people to think that he's being scapegoated. Again, the same narrative that he fell back on in the election. Oh, they're the elites, and I'm the change, and they're after me, and I'm just messing up the system, and this is unfair to me. And when you don't have concrete policy to back up that criticism, and it's just Trump mania, people start to get sick of it. And that's what's freaking me out a little bit right now. And there are poll numbers to back it up. So let me just read to you guys what just happened. A majority of people in the United States say they think that the press has been too critical of President Trump since he won the election last November, according to a new Wall Street Journal NBC News survey. The poll found 51% said the media has been too critical, while 41% say the press has been mostly fair and objective. 6% say the media hasn't been critical enough. Over half, 53%, also said that they think that the news media and other elites, that is key, that they are grouping the elites in with the media, which, that's the case for the mainstream media, are exaggerating problems by the Trump administration because they feel uncomfortable and threatened by the changes Mr. Trump represents. By contrast, 45% say they disagree with that assessment. 30% say they get most of their information about politics and current events from broadcast news such as CBS, ABC, and NBC. 27% say they got their news from Fox News, and 23% say they get it from CNN. 16% say they primarily get their news from social media like Twitter and Facebook, and 14% say they read national newspapers like New York Times, etc. So, the article also cites that the margin of error is 3 points, and they interviewed, or they polled 1,000 people. So, I'll also add a second caveat. The Wall Street Journal poll is not the most liberal poll, but it's not inaccurate, really, either. It's a pretty good poll. Third caveat, the percentage of who were surveyed, just based on what outlets are being consumed, indicates that they did not survey a lot of young people. That is the best benefit of the doubt that I can give to this disastrous survey. Again, I will reiterate, a majority of people think that the press has been too critical of President Trump. 51%, I guess, I know it won't make it the majority if the 3-point margin of error swings towards the 40s, but 53%, at least half, think that the news and other elites are exaggerating problems by the Trump administration. So, again, this is what sometimes in political science is referred to as the boomerang effect. Sometimes your intended policy decision actually comes back to haunt you, and what you've been hammering home has a reverse effect. And, this makes me incredibly nervous, because when you just focus on Russia, and just his tweets and his mistakes, people will be like, I don't know that difference in government. Like, I don't know, who's in the Congressional Black Caucus. They can empathize with those mistakes. But when you just hammer him about that kind of stuff, it doesn't land home for people as much as it does inside the Beltway. For example, if the news media wanted to focus on Scott Pruitt's EPA emails where a corporation is telling him, hey, copy and paste this into a piece of legislation, into a letter to the EPA, people would be like, whoa, that's corrupt. He's not representing the people of Oklahoma. He's just sending letters to the government and trying to get kickbacks for his donors. But you know what? CNN, they don't see a flashy object. They don't see a video, so they don't report on it. And that's what's frightening, is because when you don't highlight the corruption, and also they're incentivized not to highlight the real corruption because it's on both sides, then people have the ability to say, you know what, man, you're being unfair. And they have the ability to separate him from the rest of the elites that they hate so much. It is a fatal error to create a divide between Trump and the elites. You have to loop him into the elites. But in the infinite arrogance of the establishment Democrats and the media, they think the rest of the country loves them despite their historically low poll numbers. So they think, he's not like me, I'm going to draw a difference between us, the reasonable people, and the crazy Donald Trump. You know what? The Americans don't really like the reasonable people. They don't. So drawing a distinction between the two of you is actually really a bad idea. And the Democrats are doing the same thing. So obviously tonight, Trump is going to give his first major speech to Congress. And the House Democrats are planning some stunt. Many of the same Democrats who boycotted Trump's inauguration are choosing not to skip his first address in Congress as president, instead opting to bring guests directly affected by the administration's controversial policies on immigration and refugees and Republican attempts to repeal Obamacare. Look, I agree, but, well, hold on, let me finish the quote. It's my hope that the gallery is going to look like America, Representative Jim Langevin of Rhode Island, who was leading the effort to have his colleagues bring diverse guests Tuesday, and will be joined by Rhode Island Dr. Esun Mirza, a Muslim American born in Pakistan. It's another reminder to the president that he's not the arbiter of patriotism. The effort is designed to put a human face on Trump's immigration and refugee policies and perhaps steal a bit of spotlight from the president's big speech. Okay, so I'm all for this sentiment, and I was moved to tears and frustrated by the Muslim ban. I completely understand. But again, that point has been made. Democrats are the party of immigrants, in the face of the public. But that's going to look really good for your base. People are going to really love it. Look, you're standing up for people that aren't white, that's phenomenal. But maybe have some economic policies to back it up. So if the Democrats continue to do this, continue to preach love and acceptance, it's not going to work. As much as people want to love and accept, and I believe that Americans are truly good-hearted at nature, it's about the economy, stupid. That's, was to harken back to 1992 with Bill Clinton. It is the economy, stupid. So bring them economic policies that are actually going to help them financially, and then they will be more willing to accept the love, friendship, blah, blah, blah. You have to have actual tangible policy to back it up. That is what I've been saying since the beginning. And when you are willing to stand up to Trump when it's honestly politically easy to stand for love and acceptance, you should also be willing to stand up to your donors. That's what people are looking for. But you know what? They won't. And when you don't call out the corruption, again, that allows people to think that Trump is not corrupt because they already think you're corrupt. Do you understand that? So, you know what? And this Perez election, it shows that they have learned nothing, and you can't just run on anti-Trump, and that's what Hillary Clinton tried to do. You can't just say, look how bad this guy is. You have to say, look how much better we are. And you have to give actual reasons for that. So, I feel hopeful in some ways and pretty depressed in others, but I just wanted to give you guys those numbers because they're not good, All right. Have a great day, guys.